Get ready, Teddy. We're fired up today.
It's gotta be a quick one though. I got a date at 11:07. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. Or is it? Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert. The good guy to know, the co-host, Danny Berg. Part 2 of 3, Ted? What?
I think it's 3 or 4 now.
3, yeah?
No, I think he's in that elusive 5-time club on Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live. You have to get him one of those jackets that they do.
So eSports coordinator, standing in as tri-host,
yeah.
Teddy Delaney, and then the SID behind the camera, Tom Ferguson. Packed show.
Yeah.
Are you going to be all right standing?
I'll be all right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Ferg wouldn't go get me a chair, but that's all right.
Yeah. Wow. No, he's like that. He's like that. But welcome. We think we're still called the Falcons Corner. We're just not sure anymore.
Not sure because I thought it was our thing. And I believe Attorney Paparelli is creating a cease and desist
Yes.
paperwork for copyright infringement?
I think so.
Is that right? Falcons Corner Student Lounge?
Yeah, Eric just showed me that sign.
Yeah. So, not sure who did it. I believe it might be a student engagement thing, which I don't know who oversees that, Vice President Lamagna. I think it's got to come from the top down, so he's stealing our ideas.
We are trendsetters.
We are.
Yes.
Tell you what, on my way back down to my office, maybe I erase it.
I would just turn it around.
Can you take a picture? Can you take a picture of that?
Face it the other way.
Point it coming up this way.
Do we put a picture of the sign on the show?
Maybe. I think maybe if you put Falcons Corner down there, we put our faces on it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should film from there next week. And I'm putting the blame on Dan Lamagna. Maybe not. Might be Jeff Krzyzak.
Oh, who knows? But maybe we will film down there next week. If they want to be Falcons Corner, we'll bring the show down there.
Yeah. So do you think we're trendsetters and they're it's like kudos to us, or they're just stealing our stuff?
Has anything been named Falcons Corner before the Falcons Corner?
No.
Okay.
Maybe it's an open invite for you guys to come film down there.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, he's on the positive side of things.
Ted, thank you. Thanks, Ted. We're going to get to you in a second. Do you mind talking baseball and softball while you're standing there? All right. We're all in a hurry. We're in a time crunch because I have to go out and do a couple things, run, and Danny's got scheduling to do.
And pretty soon this place will be
yes,
flooded
pretty
with
soon
children.
It is luckily for all of us Falcon for a day. So we have 68 fifth grade students from a local school district here being a Falcon for the day. I just got finished with my 90-minute activity.
It sounded exciting.
It was super exciting.
I mean, it was nice and loud while I was at my desk.
Incredibly
loud.
Incredibly loud.
It was great, but
It was-
all student athletes helping out.
Yes.
Carolyn DeMarco's class.
Yep.
And we can say that you said local school district. We can say it's from Old Forge,
Old
right?
Forge School District. Yep. Fifth
Yeah,
graders
we
from
can
there.
say
Yep.
fifth-
And we
fifth
had
grade
a
Old
mix
Forge.
of football,
Soccer,
women's soccer, and women's basketball. Yes,
Yeah.
so
Looked
kudos
awesome.
to them and great job. So they're going to be in here soon filling up the studio. Boy, wouldn't that be a treat for them to come on Falcon for the day and actually see a live recording of the show?
Live studio audience again.
Unbelievable. But we got to talk a little baseball and softball, I think, because I don't even know where we're at with weather. I know softball kind of played something. They played 1 out of 2 against Mercer.
1 in like a third.
Yes, and I had to work the second game, so I was there in the cold and rain. Again, I'm like, all right, let's go. This field is not going to be playable, so we canceled the second game, which has to be made up, which is just extra work for you.
I've been trying to. We're trying to come into an agreement on a date and time. I think a location with Mercer. We do have to finish that game since it was started.
But they did win game 1, which is a big win for them, especially coming off previous day of getting swept in a doubleheader by regional power Del Tech. You know about Del Tech soccer or softball?
A little bit,
They're
yes.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
They're very good, and they get to play their games all the time because it's warm and
Yes.
where they're at and less rainy typically. But yeah, extra innings.
Yes.
And they got the W.
Yep.
Which was huge because they've been canceled and played and canceled.
Right.
So we got it in at least.
Right. So 1 win in. So they got their 1 W on the year in Region 19 play, which is good for them. And then we just got to figure out when they're going to get back to Region 19 play.
We're trying.
Which
hopefully is this Saturday against Rickert and
Right.
Valley home.
Right, we're
at
keeping our
noon.
fingers
But
crossed.
this week they're busy. Thursday, which is tomorrow.
Yep.
Or today, depending on when this.
Yeah, we don't even know
Bears.
because we're late. Yeah, today's Wednesday and tomorrow's Thursday.
That's because we had snow yesterday
And
on
it's
April
Easter. And
19th.
it's Easter.
Yep.
And it's
April
Easter.
19th,
A
snow.
lot of snow yesterday.
They're at Orange County Community College on the 21st.
Right.
We're at Brookdale Community College on the 22nd.
Yep.
We're home on the 23rd with Raritan Valley. And then we're home on Sunday against Lock Haven's club team.
All right, good.
As it stands right now.
Good.
Weather actually looks
weather pending.
Weather
Yes.
looks pretty good.
So far.
So that's softball.
Yep. And before we finish up, wrap up with softball, MacKayla Quick, Athlete of the Week, and she will be on the show today talking to the SID Tom Ferguson.
Yeah.
So congratulations to MacKayla. She's been a workhorse, throwing tons of innings.
Had an opportunity to watch her play on Saturday because I was there for game one.
Right.
For the most of it, I had to scoot out around like the 6th inning, but it was good to see.
Yep.
It was awesome. And I
And
think it's one of
then
the
not only she's performing well, I don't want to say on the mound, but because they don't use a mound, but in the circle. She has been very productive at the plate too. So I know
Yeah.
Tom will get into all that with her. And then baseball, I don't even know. Whenever I see Coach McCary, he just says, "I don't think we're ever going to play again." So I think that may be true.
Coach McCary. We were supposed to play today against Sussex. They got snow out their way and all the rain as we did, right? So their field's unplayable. Coach McCary sent me a message that said he'd be willing to go pick them up in our vans to bring them down here to play today.
Wow. Eager
if
to
our
play.
field
Yeah.
if our field would be able to be played on, which we hadn't had to determine
Right.
because we were postponed. However, breaking news as I came downstairs, we are confirmed to play at Sussex on Sunday
Okay.
at 12 p.m.
Okay.
Which means our home contest with Montgomery County Community College will be canceled. Actually, it'll be canceled.
Can
It's
we
a
just
non-conference
get
game.
because you're the esports administrator, can we just get MLB The Show and just have them play remotely?
We absolutely could.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure there's leagues that play
Then
MLB
we could do that,
for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, then
I think,
problem solved.
That's a great idea. That's why he's here today.
Thanks for coming on, Ted.
Yeah.
All right, great
and
job.
I'll tell you what, my son's in Little League now, so I'm in the baseball spirit myself.
How's your arm feel?
It's all right.
Yeah?
It's all right.
My arm still
It's
hasn't-
my catching hand. The kid throws heat. So, yeah.
Well, you get a catcher's mitt with a little extra padding or
I
something.
know. You know how much a brand new glove costs these days?
I know.
That's why I saw. Do you need one?
You saw that? You see my Facebook?
I was about to
No,
let you know.
I got
and
one.
then-
I had
and then
3
saw
people
someone
reach
had
out to
them.
me, so now I have some nice,
Yeah.
well beaten in gloves,
Good.
and they work great.
Good. So you'll be fine. We're not worried about you. We're worried about your son's arm strength. So that's good that he has a
doing
little
great.
extra pop and stuff. But best of luck to baseball when they get back into the action, whenever it will be.
Well,
this week.
hopefully, they're playing on. Are they supposed to play Thursday? No, they're playing Friday. Yukon Avery Point here, 1 o'clock.
Oh, Tom doesn't have a microphone today.
and
I just realized that.
and then
All right.
Saturday we are home against I don't even know who.
And it doesn't even
I
matter.
can't even think right now.
Because we may play.
Monroe College, right?
Good.
So all the non-conference games are on all the really nice days. But
hear-
now we're at Sussex again,
Right.
And we rescheduled Del Tech. That they got rained out in the 5th inning, tied 1-1 last
Yes.
week. We're all over the place.
We're all over the
But we're not
place.
predicting outcomes.
Nothing. And then I hear noise upstairs, which means we're going to have people here soon.
Right.
So we got to keep moving here. So we're
Right.
not going to take a break. We're going to go right to Teddy. Teddy, why are you here? Other than talking about your son's arm strength and just talking them up, because no one talks about their kids on this show,
Yes.
right? No one's ever mentioned
we've
their
never
kids. So
mentioned
now
our
you come
kids.
on, because we
yeah.
always talk about our kids. But other than your kid's arm strength and the pop, he's hitting like 85 on the radar now.
Yeah, close to it.
Close to it, yes.
but-
Why specifically are you here? Because we did
event
bring you,
this
as much as we
weekend.
like
Yes.
having you on the show, we did bring you in for
Big
a
event
specific
this
reason.
weekend.
Yes, we've got 2 events this weekend, actually. So Saturday, we have the first rendition of the Scranton Showdown, which is an Overwatch show match between Marywood University and Lackawanna College. So that's at 1 p.m. on Saturday. We invited the new director of eSports to bring his program out here.
Cool.
We're going to keep some events rolling throughout the year, but this is our first big event on stage in the People's Security Bank Theater, open to the general public, free admission, free parking in the
I was
main
going to ask
lot.
about the parking. I
So
saw
yeah,
that.
I mean on the
Yes.
weekends those lots are open.
They're
so
open,
Yeah.
gates
if
up.
If the gate's open, you can park there.
Listen, even if you want to come and do some shopping downtown, you could just
Yeah.
park for free in the
Park for
college
free,
parking lot and
walk
then go
around,
around. You
yeah.
don't have to go into the theater, but we
Yes.
recommend that you do.
I think especially on Saturday.
Yeah.
So Angeli Hall, 501 Vine Street, People's Security Theater.
Yes.
Here we are plugging the parking for the school. So yes, that is the first event. That's Saturday, an Overwatch show match between Marywood University and Lackawanna College. Then on Sunday, we also have a Scranton School District Valorant matchup.
Okay.
2 teams from the Scranton School District playing Valorant on stage head-to-head. That'll be same time, 1 p.m. on Sunday, and the winner of that match will play Tamaqua School District Valorant Squad on stage, date to be determined in May. But yeah, some cool esports events, the first big events that we have on stage in our new upgraded theater.
So I saw quite the trophy that was developed by Dave Carr and his 3D printer.
Yes.
Who is that for the Scranton School
That's for Scranton.
tournament? That's for the high school. It's not for the college one?
Yep.
Because I think we should have something like that displayed.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is for the
Marywood-
the
Marywood
University
it
of
is.
Lackawanna College. So whoever wins it keeps it.
So it's staying in Angeli Hall.
Is it named yet?
I hope
is it
so.
named
Watch
yet?
out,
Is the trophy
Pacers.
named?
So it is a 3D print of the Reinhardt hammer. Reinhardt is a character in Overwatch.
Okay.
He's a tank player, and he wields a giant hammer. So it's literally this big. We'll put an image right here for you. But it's a pretty cool trophy. Dave Carr, he loves 3D printing stuff. He's got a giant conveyor belt printer.
He talks about it all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
you ask him to print you something, and he will print you something. But yeah, it's an awesome trophy. Winner keeps it. It's kind of like my old alma mater, Lake Lehman versus Dallas. We had the old shoe
Right.
game.
Right.
Winner keeps the old shoe. Now we have this giant hammer as the trophy that we will. We'll probably keep it here, but winner takes it home.
Awesome.
So.
You hear that noise?
Yep.
All right.
Here they come.
Before we let you go, the parking situation for Sunday, you're going to have to pay to park, or is it free parking for Sunday
Free.
for the Scranton?
Same thing. All
We
weekend.
had to
Free
make sure-
parking for everyone.
We had to make sure we got that out the board. All right, so Tom, this is how we're going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up. You're going to talk to MacKayla, and then you could finish the show.
I'll close the show.
You could close
He's
the show.
closing the show. We're letting him do it?
Just before, we're going to let him do it. So before we let you take over, just in case you forget, LackawannaFalcons.com, and then all of our social media. Is your stuff going to be on Twitch?
Yes, we will be streaming both days on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/LackawannaEDU.
Awesome. Well, best of luck.
Let's get them all riled up.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Let's get them all riled up. They are riled up. It's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime,
They need to
and
calm
they're
down.
fifth grade kids.
It's
You'd think they would have run off some of
Yes.
that energy.
But let's take a break. Tom's got MacKayla coming in later on because there's too much noise here, and things will be great.
Sounds good.
Falcon for the day. Oh, what
Falcon
a day.
for a day
What
and nice weather, no more snow.
Yes. All right. We'll see you next week in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
You know, going to college is a lot more than just about getting an education. It's a life experience.
It's personal growth.
Connections that last a lifetime.
It's memories that are everlasting and experiences that you could have never imagined. It's an education that will change your life forever.
This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Each one of us has a dream. The challenge in today's world is how to achieve it. Now, more than ever, that's the case. Don't fall behind on your dreams or your college education. You can take your general education classes in English, math, and social science locally at Lackawanna College. Our credits transfer to most colleges so you won't fall behind. Call Lackawanna College today to find out how you can stay home, stay safe, and still pursue your college education. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Hey, it's Tom Ferguson, Sports Information Director for Lackawanna College, and we're talking with our Falcon Athlete of the Week, MacKayla Quick, starting pitcher, third baseman, everything she's asked to do for the Lackawanna College softball team. MacKayla, thanks so much for joining us, and congrats on Athlete of the Week. Congrats on the success so far this year. I mean, had a pretty good week last week. 3 wins, 4.26 ERA, struck out 21 batters, and did some damage at the plate as well. How did it feel to get a bunch of those games in? Because we know the spring has been very spotty in terms of weather so far this year.
So it definitely was exciting to get out there and play. 8 games was definitely a lot, but it was definitely an experience. I will say I'm very grateful that the weather was fairly decent. I mean, we got a little bit of some rain on Saturday, but I mean, we can't always have good days.
Right. I mean, how frustrating has that been for you? You know, baseball seems to have gotten it worse, but even you guys, you know, you've got games scheduled and suddenly you don't, and suddenly they're this day and then that day's not working. That has to be frustrating.
It is definitely a little flustering because it just messes with everyone, because everyone has also already expected to have a game, and now that we have to move it and expand our season and then push back anything that has been. I mean, I don't mind it because honestly our family doesn't do too much, but I know a lot of our girls that are going home and travel. It's rough on them.
Yeah.
So they have to stay around longer, which, I mean, you're going to have that, but it is definitely something hard to work with, but it's definitely exciting because I'd rather play, and we all would rather be out there and play.
You guys just show up when you have to,
yeah,
right?
we do. We're just there.
It seems like you're starting to find your groove a little bit in terms of pitching. What has it been that's been working for you in the circle lately?
So a lot of it is knowing that I have a great team behind me to back me up, and I can't always worry about what's going on. And before, like, that was my biggest thing. I always wanted to either get all the outs. I wanted to make it easy on the team, and I couldn't. And I realized that if I keep going with that mindset, it's not going to work out. So I kind of figured a way around that. And I know my team, and they all are great. And we have some great outfielders, and we have great infielders, and it's just a lot of trust in there, and having trust and knowing your team.
Is there something that happens in a game for you that kind of lets you know, all right, I have the stuff today, or I have it working? Is there something that kind of happens in the game for you?
So it's normally before the game. Like last week was definitely a week of 4 games. I knew we had, or 8 games, but I knew I was hopefully going to pitch at least 2 or 3 of them.
Sure.
But going in, like, I will have warm-ups, and I only take about 20 minutes to warm up, not even. Sometimes it's even less. And, like, it's like that warm-up that you know if you're going to be, do I have my best stuff? Do I not? And it's that moment that you tell yourself, am I going to pitch today, or am I going to tell my coach, today's just not my day? So it's kind of like a feeling, like you got to warm up, see how you are. And last week, I just so happened I had all my stuff. I feel like I threw only a couple pitches every now. Like I threw a couple of the same pitches through all the games. So
yeah,
it's definitely something.
How has that? You mentioned the relationship, kind of like the trust in your teammates. How has that kind of developed as the year has gone on?
Okay, so when we first started, it started off a little rocky. There were a few very big cliques that had to be settled. So we definitely had a couple of our older girls, me and Stephanie, really took control, met with the team and told them that we're never going to win if you are going to be in a clique. It's a team sport and it's a team effort. We win as a team, we lose as a team. So we all kind of had to work around that, and then we all ended up actually getting really, really close down when we went down to Myrtle Beach. And that was something that definitely was exciting, and that's when we all bonded. A lot of bonding happened there.
Right. You pitching, does that kind of give you a little, when you're not at third base, the days that you're pitching, but you're still in the lineup, you're still hitting, does pitching kind of give you a little extra motivation when you get to the plate?
Absolutely. I mean, I always want to try to hit even when I'm not on the mound, but when I'm on the mound, I want to be sure that I can help myself. I want to help myself out. I can't rely on everyone else.
Right.
I mean, I feel the same way when I have like Megan Fritz pitching.
Sure.
So I like to help her out. I mean, it takes a lot to know what to expect when you go up there. But going up there as a pitcher, you know that you're like, well, if I don't hit, then I know no one else is going to hit. I'm like the leader on the team when I'm pitching. And I mean, every pitcher probably feels that way. So you got to step up.
Is there a different mindset on days when you're not pitching, on days when you're going to play at third base? Is there kind of almost a different mindset you approach the game, or not really?
So the days that I'm not pitching, I will not change my mindset because we're always there. I always want to have the best. I want to go in winning. But I will say it is definitely less stressful on you. And you're like, okay, now I can take a step back. I just got to focus on third. Now third's my game. I got to worry about third. Pitching, when you're on the mound, you're worried about, okay, so if I put the ball here, I gotta know that I'm gonna be able to place the ball. So like you're worried about everything. And their mother when you're pitching.
A little more of a relief in a way.
It's a little bit of a relief.
You guys got really strong bats up and down the lineup from
absolutely.
what I've seen. Seems like consistency has been an issue, though. How do you kind of get your teammates and even yourself kind of up to that consistency, that standard that you guys want to hit?
So a little bit before the game and stuff, you could definitely get a feeling when we're at practice, like warming up. You could tell how people are going to bat just by how they are warming up. And I will see there's a couple girls that really stick out, like they always try their hardest and not just are going through the motions.
Yeah.
So I feel like we just gotta stay focused. We gotta keep into we gotta go into the game like we're gonna win. We want to have our best bats all the time. I mean, we're not always gonna have our best game.
Sure.
But it just it's kind of hard when you have girls going through the motion and they're talking more than they're focusing. Yeah. Another thing that I think affects us is like when we have coaches or parents telling us, oh, well, this pitcher is so-and-so. That doesn't really help us out because that just sometimes, like, I don't listen to it because you never know what to get. As a pitcher, I see things differently. So, I mean, I kind of let it in one ear and out the other. Mm-hmm. So I like to find out for myself. And I feel like if coaches and parents will stop doing that, I feel like that'll give us our own view, not the view that they want us to see.
Well, I think you guys are, they're especially the games that I've seen, you guys are close too in that, you know, you got Madison McVicker had a couple lasers that I saw that were caught, you know, that would have been gappers, that would have been extra bags, and she got caught. Emma had a couple shots that ended up getting caught or liners like that. I think Kat had a couple as well. So it seems like you guys are hitting the ball. It's just sometimes they're just in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Absolutely. Like, we definitely have girls on the team that hit rockets, and especially Maddie, Emma, and Kat. They are strong hitters, and like I feel like after, like it depends on the team too that we're playing. Like, as those catches, like if you, and I'm not gonna demise any other team because every team is different and every team has their good days and bad days.
Sure.
I just feel like sometimes it's like an unluckiness. Like they could hit the ball a million feet and someone will probably catch it somewhere.
Yep.
Like it's just going to happen as part of the game, and they learn to shake it off. They know it's a good hit. That's what they're supposed to do. So, I mean, it's just all part of the process. I mean, they've figured it out. Everyone, Emma's been hitting phenomenal. Maddie's been hitting phenomenal. And actually, Caddy just had her walk off this past Saturday. So,
right.
I mean, we're working it out, the kinks. I mean, it's not really a kink to really smash the ball somewhere. It's actually pretty great. It's pretty great.
What are you studying here at Lackawanna College?
I'm studying physical therapy in the physical therapy assistant program here.
Okay. So what's kind of your plan, your pathway that you see for the future?
All right, so I know it's kind of crazy and it's wild, but I mean, I got halfway through and realized that this program isn't all that it's leading up to be. I love the program, I love the professors, but I have kind of lost an interest. So my next move is to take classes, whether I get most of my credits here and then transfer to go for respiratory therapy down the road, because respiratory therapy I have had an interest in with many family issues. So.
Okay. No, yeah. Listen, I not to equate it to what my college experience, but I was going to minor in French for. I took French in high school, had minored in French for the first 2 years of college, and then got to a class where I was like, I don't know if I'm really this interested in it anymore, and then realized I had to write essays in French. Couldn't do that without Google Translate, so I was like, I'm going to switch to something else, and I think there's a lot of pressure that is put on college kids to decide what you want to do. I'm sure you feel it all the time.
Absolutely. I'm always feeling pressured. Like, I'm always like set to standards, which I'm not.
Exactly. And it's not ultimately whatever you want to do, you can decide whenever to do it. You know, it's not, there's no, not that you asked for the therapy session here, but there's no set goal or set time frame, you know. So like that's great for you that you did something, didn't turn out to be exactly what you wanted to be. You can apply credits elsewhere and go somewhere that actually interests you, right?
Exactly. And that's like one thing. Like, I mean, I knew if I had to try it. I mean, there was that little spark after I tore my ACL, ACL, and meniscus. I was like, wow, this therapy was great. I really want to look into it. Not all that it cracked up to be. So I'm just happy that I'm able to use my credits and I'm getting use out of them.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like I am paying for nothing.
Now, do you want to play softball at the next level if you end up transferring somewhere else, going somewhere else?
I do want to play. I mean, I really want to focus a lot on school too, because school's really, like, it's been a challenge lately, because like you have these games when it comes to games and working, because like right now I'm working and I'm playing games and I'm doing homework. it's all a lot to take in, and it's a lot to do.
Right.
So time management has been an issue to start off with, but I've been working at it, and I finally found a happy medium. And now if I move up to the next level, it kind of makes me a little anxious because respiratory on top of still working more hours in the classes, I feel like I do want to play. I love the game. I just don't know how it would work. So I have to just wait and see.
Right. Let's go back to softball. Do you have any superstitions, any rituals that you need to go through?
So I like to, so when we do warm-ups, I'm always in a group. I have to be in a group with Megan Fritz, and she always has to bat first. And then during warm-ups, me and Gwenny have to like talk. We'll have a little talk, get ourselves through it. She'll make me laugh a little bit, and then I can just go onto the mound after I warm up. You're the third person who's mentioned Gwen as kind of like the person that kind of breaks the levity of everything. Kind of brings that humor, right? I mean, how important is that to have someone like that on the team? It is extremely important. You have to have that one person that will always pick you up no matter what. Someone who is always going to be there to make you smile and happy. If you have a whole team of like strictly focused, dead heart softball players. I mean, Emma McNally, great player, but she is so focused all the time. And I mean, she likes to have fun, but I feel like she just takes it, like she's so hard on herself. And Gwenny, she'll step in, knock it out. I mean, I try to make everyone laugh. That's my part on the team, trying to make everyone have a laugh at least. Oh, you played at Tunkhannock, obviously, from up that way. So how do you feel that Tunkhannock or even NEPA in general, I mean, our area is pretty well known for producing some pretty good softball players. Do you feel like that helped you at all in terms of getting ready to play at the collegiate level? Oh, absolutely. So my old coach, Bob Hedgety, was in Raposa and Hampsey. They were all great coaches, and they all had daughters who had played at a college level, so they had standards that they held us to. My cousins, Hope and Faith Jones, also played college before me, so they also had me getting ready and knew what to come in and expect. So having like all these like all this reference and stuff. Our school, as you know, Tunkhannock, I don't know if a lot of people don't know what that is. We actually were a really good team. We had an all-star team that just went out to Portland, Oregon. A couple of years, like 2 years ago. And then as myself in high school, we went to states my first 2 years and made it past districts my junior year. And unfortunately, I lost my senior year due to COVID. So we always had a great team, and I feel like that was just like practicing. The practice schedule was literally the same. We had workouts, or we had lifting, we had practice, we ran the same. Honestly, sometimes I think we ran a lot more in high school because our coach was a little more angry if we lost a game. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pitt has his fair share of moments. Coach Pitt probably doesn't like to lose. Let's not put that out there. Let's put that out there. Kind of scary, guys. But how much does it help too to have like Megan from Dunmore? You know, you've got Emma from Scranton. You've got Gwen from Scranton Prep. You know, you've got some local kids on the team too. Did that help at all in terms of kind of getting you through the collegiate experience? Oh, absolutely. It got us a new perspective on everything. I mean, it brought pitching and fielding and batting and all these kind of different things that everyone can see and how it all works and how we can all put it together. So it was definitely good to have them all from all over. Right. So what are your goals now for the rest of the season, the rest of the year? Where do you want to see your team go? I want to see our team. I think we could definitely get far and go all the way and win more games. Like we have the team to win all of it. We have the team bonding to get through it together. Yeah. Like honestly, my whole goal is to push my team as far as we can go. Make sure everyone is on the same page. And honestly, keep people up and less attitudes. We did have a big attitude problem in the beginning, but we fixed that right away. Yeah. Right away. Yep. So it's definitely really important that we all are on the same page. And I know everyone wants to get far and everyone wants to win and definitely beat Del Tech. Well, that's got to be the ultimate goal, right? Especially if you want to get to
where you're thinking, first step is going to be region playoffs, et cetera, and
Exactly.
that's going to be the team that's going to be there, right? So that's going to be the hope. MacKayla, we appreciate your time here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Congratulations on Athlete of the Week. Good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we can talk to you guys more as we get further to the later stages of the season. And that's going to do it for us here on Falcons Corner for this week. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media pages at Falcon Sports on Twitter, Lackawanna College Falcons on Facebook. We are also Lackawanna Falcons on Instagram. And Mike Rickert would kill me if I didn't also mention the eSports Twitch channel as well. And of course, you can go to LackawannaFalcons.com for all the scheduling updates, because as we may have mentioned here on Falcons Corner earlier, we're always getting updates with the weather, canceling games. We posted a preview for the baseball game that was supposed to be played on Wednesday, and within 3 minutes of that getting posted, it was postponed because of weather. So we'll see. Go to LackawannaFalcons.com for all the big scheduling updates. For MacKayla Quick, for Mike Rickert, for Danny Berg, also for Teddy Delaney joining us from eSports, I'm Tom Ferguson. This has been Falcons Corner. Take flight.